No, you and the cow, sit right there. I'm sorry, that's where you sit. I need to be clear. All right, do you have a cat? I did. You did? Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you feed the cat? Cat food, exactly right. So, boxes. Boxes are the best puppets. Here is a box of cat food. We fed the cat. We put our hand inside. We decorated. Some of them come with the face already there, really easy. So, Maya, put your paw in there. So we have a... The next time you meet a cat that says cat...
I said cat when I was a baby.
You did? Okay, cool beans, go. This is a tough crowd. Could you sit all the way over there by the garden? That's the garden. Hello, Atticus. Do you eat?
What?
Do you eat?
Yes.
Where do you put your food on?
A plate?
Excellent. This is the smartest audience I've had all day. 4.5 paper plates. Plate and a half is where your hand goes. If you can't put your hand in it, it's not a puppet. You're folding, 2 up there, 1 up there. It's an ah. It's a dog. Put your paw in there.
This is the one pet I have.
This is the one pet you have?
Well, no, 2.
We'll get one that does.
I have 2.
Okay, good. 2 paper plate dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Tell you what, Atticus, if you sat next to the cat, but get along, okay? I will tell, okay, well, here's your job. We're going to rehearse. Goes like this. Oh, boy. It's a good thing I'm wearing my Fitbit, right? Okay. I'm going to play the part of the old woman. Character acting, right? Don't say it. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to pretend we're sleeping. We don't snore. You're sleeping, but I can't sleep. And our story goes like this. Once upon a time, there was an old woman, I mean really old, and she was tired. Why was she tired? Every time she tried to go to sleep, the leaves on the roof went rustle, 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 and the bed went squeak, and the floor went creak. Finally, one night, she sat up and she said, I am exhausted. I need to go to sleep. What can I do? I need some advice. I will go and talk to the rabbi. So she put on her hat, She opened the door and walked outside. When she got to the house that belonged to the rabbi, she knocked on the door. The rabbi came outside and said, oh, my dear friend, what brings you here? Oh, I'm exhausted. I can't sleep. Every time I try to go to sleep, the leaves on the roof go rustle, 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 and the bed goes squeak, and the floor goes creak. Why can't I sleep? Oh, said the wise rabbi. Tell me, do you have a cat? No, no cat. Well, why don't you get a cat? Oh, I never thought of that. I think I'll go find me a cat. So she did. Help me look, please. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, look, there's a cat. The cat made the cat's self known by meowing. Excuse me, cat, are you busy? Cat said no. Would you like to come and live with me? Cat said sure. So she asked that cat, come along, cat and girl. Come right over here. Come into my house. Cat went into the house, had a nice comfy seat. Well done. Okay, cat, we're going to get some sleep now. So she put her head on the pillow and the leaves on the roof went rustle, 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 and the bed went squeak and the floor went creak and the cat went. And the old woman went, wait a minute, this is not working out. So I better go back. So she put on her hat, she opened the door. When she got to the house that belonged to the rabbi, she knocked on the door. The rabbi came out and said, oh, hello again. Rabbi, I'm really sorry to bother you in the middle of the dark night, but I cannot sleep. I got me a cat like you recommended, but this is what's happening. The leaves on the roof go rustle, 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 and the bed goes squeak, and the floor goes creak, and the cat goes, did I do something wrong? Oh, no, my dear. I think we just need to step it up a bit. Oh, stepping it up a bit. I love stepping it up. What should I do? No, don't tell me. The rabbi did. Rabbi said, get a dog. I got a cat. What do I need a dog for? Trust me, said the rabbi. So she did. She walked all the way across town. She found a dog sitting on the neighbor's front step. She said, hey, dog. The dog said, hey, yourself. Would you like to come and live with me and my cat? The dog said, oh, they're really good on the dog noise, which means yes. So she asked the dog to carefully go over and sit next to the cat. They were very old friends, so it was looking good for a nice night's sleep. So she put her head on the pillow, and the leaves on the roof went rustle, 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 and the bed went squeak, and the floor went creak, and the dog went, and the cat went. And the old woman said, well, this is not working out. So what do you think she did? You know, she put on her hat, she crossed the town, she went to see the rabbi. The rabbi said, good to see you again, maybe. So what's up? She said, well, it's like this. I got a dog that says, a cat that says, I got leaves on the roof that go rustle, 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 and a bed that squeaks, and a floor that creaks. I can't sleep. Oh, I think what you need is a nice glass of milk. Isn't that nice? The rabbi's going to get me a glass of milk. Isn't that like the best, Rabbi? Well, not exactly, said the rabbi. You have a cow, but the cow's in the barn. If I get up in the middle of the night where I'm not sleeping anyway and I go out to the barn to get a glass of milk, I'll wake myself up further. He said, well, then that's simple. Bring the cow in the house. What? Who brings a cow in the house? And the rabbi said, you do. So she went out to the barn. Thank you to the rabbi. The cow was not happy to go in the house. The cow liked its little apartment. So she asked the cow, please, will you come? The rabbi said, I would sleep if you would come. So the cow went into the house. Moo, 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 moo. All right, have a seat. Now, we're going to get some sleep here. So she put her head on the pillow, and the leaves on the roof went rustle, 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 the bed went squeak, and the floor went creak, and the cow went, cat, dog, and the old woman went crazy. Ah! She raced to the rabbi's house. She knocked on the rabbi's door. The rabbi came out and said, what? I'm sorry, hello, can I help you? I can't sleep. Come with me. So the rabbi and the old woman walked all the way across town. And when they got to her house, she said, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is crowded. Crowded, wait, you haven't heard nothing yet. So, close your eyes, Rabbi. The rabbi did. And the leaves on the roof went rustle, 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 and the bed went squeak, and the floor went creak, and the dog went cat, cow. The rabbi said, whoa, it's noisy in here. I was trying to tell you that. I cannot sleep. The rabbi, in the rabbi's great wisdom, said, so you know what you need to do? Please help me. Get rid of all these animals. Seriously? Trust me. And so she did. She put the cow back in the barn. As she put the cat back on the front stairs, the dog went happily along. She walked the rabbi home. She said, thank you, Toda Rabbah, Rabbi. Good job, I think, but I don't think it's going to work. But she tried, really, she did. Help me out here. She put her head on the pillow, and even though the leaves on the rustle, 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 and the bed went squeak, and the floor went creak, she fell sound asleep because, you see, it really wasn't that noisy after all. Which proves a great lesson for us in so many ways. No matter how bad you think, it could always be, but not for you, because you go here. So, leave us our puppeteers. Be careful getting up. You do not want to bang your head there. What we do? Up, woof, meow. Now, would my 3 incredible volunteer puppeteers stand up? Take a bow. Woo! Carefully. Atticus, you have to live up to your name. Back in the court. Okay. I love your name. All right, let me check. Ooh, all right. Now, I thank you for your indulgence. I did not bring a puppet stage because the theory is that what I really want, I want all of you to have the capability of doing a story. And you don't need a stage. You do need an audience. So I'm going to tell you a story. I actually told this story last night. For those of you who don't know, for 34 years, standing on this bima was my brother, my big brother David, who was an awesome rabbi and not a bad brother either. Matter of fact, he was a great brother. So he loved this story. So whenever I come here, I like to tell it. And when I am all done, I want you to think about what it means so you can tell it too. Sometimes the puppets seem farther down than they used to. Okay, guys, it's your turn. Oh my goodness, it's a secret treasure. Do we use it in the story? Actually, it's my earrings. Thank you for finding it for me. Okay. How are you today? How are you doing? Not so good? Tired? Okay. Could you go get your brother? He's sleeping. No, we haven't come to that part of the story yet. Could you get him anyway? Thank you. Ooh, he hugged him. Anybody here have a brother or a sister? Whoa. Pretty good. Not everybody? You can be mine. The other Atticus had a sister. You ready? Are you ready? You want to meet the audience first? Okay, you have to turn around. No, it doesn't work that way. The puppet said that you should turn around. He's always the one that has to turn around. But see, if they turned around, they couldn't see you. Oh. Where's your brother? Here we go. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there lived two brothers. The two brothers were taught by their mother and their father how to take care of each other, how to help take care of the world, and how to love each other. And they did. And things were great. They lived on a field, and in that field they grew grain. They were taught by their mother and their father that they had to store some of that grain at the end of the season in case times got bad and they could use that grain. But they were also taught that in the corners of their field, they should leave some grain for those who didn't have any. It was called gleaning. And that way, no one had to beg for it. They could just come and take of it. And that would make them feel as proud as they could be. So the two brothers did exactly that. They learned to farm the fields, they left grain at the corners, they loved on each other, and things were really good. When their parents left this world, they gave that land to the two brothers equally, and they lived side by side, but not together. The brother on this side of the land married and had 3 children. The brother on this side of the land never married, had no children, and each were equally happy. And things went on. They greeted each other often. They still took care of each other. And the years passed with the two brothers doing as they had been taught, leaving grain in the field and things in the corners. And so it went. One night, in the middle of the night, the two brothers were both sound asleep in their own houses. And they each had a dream. The brother on this side of the land dreamt that his brother, who had nobody to help in the field, so he went into his storeroom and took some of his extra grain and crossed it over, gave it to his brother. And that was good. He never told him. But the brother on this side of the land, with no one to help him, began to think about his poor brother, 3 children and 1 wife, a lot of work to do. So he went into his storeroom and took some of his extra grain and lent it for his brother. The next morning when they woke up, they went into their storerooms and they were astonished. They had the same as the night before. How could that happen? So that night they both fell sound asleep. The brother on this side of the land, 3 children and 1 wife, took some of his extra grain, crossed over in the middle of the dark night, left it for his brother. And the brother on this side of the land with no children and no wife took some of his extra grain, crossed over in the middle of the dark night, left it for his brother. The next morning they were flabbergasted. How did that happen? And it happened night after night after night with the 2 brothers never seeing each other until finally one night they both woke up at the same time. They went into their storerooms. They gathered whole armloads full of that grain, and they headed towards each other's houses. So burdened down with their gifts of love and care that they didn't see where they were going, and the 2 brothers in the middle of the night and dropped their grain. And then they turned. When they saw each other, they laughed with delight, and they hugged in the middle of that dark night. For they knew then what you and I already know. It was on that spot where the 2 brothers bumped, where they dropped their grain, that they realized how much they loved each other. And rumor has it that it was on that same spot that Solomon built the temple in the city called Jerusalem, the city of peace. Amen to that. Big bow. All right. So, being rewarded for being like the best audience I've had all day, probably tomorrow too, I have brought you a treat. Or as we say in Hollywood, swag. Swag. I have many missions in life, one of which is to make sure that everybody has, in their own way, in their own special way, a puppet. So in order to use this puppet, you have to have one basic ingredient, a hand. You've made these? That's why I should buy them from you, because the people that are making them now are terrible. I know what you mean.
Eyes on my hand and then a mouth, and then I use my hand and pretend it's like...
Like that? Did I do it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, for those of you who are slightly bigger, it pinch a little, but it's worth the pain. If you're driving home and somebody stops you, you just look out the window and say, it wasn't me. Not for you guys. All right, so I have enough for everyone, no matter your size. Some of these, because of the manufacturing, apparently until my friend takes over the manufacturing process, sometimes they lose their eyes. And if you're under 3, somebody should be in charge of it. I will leave it to your good graces. Because as the manufacturer will say to you, if you're under 3, but there are 3s and there's a 3. And we never, ever put it in our mouth, right? Some people have been known to put it on their nose, but that's ridiculous. So it is almost time for us to depart, so I will tell you this. The best place to start your story is at home, because the people you tell your stories to, they're great. If and you don't have anybody at home, there is always the magic of, ye gads, I can't believe I'm saying this, Zoom. I designed a program during COVID to do a weekly program with my LA granddaughter I'm in Illinois, and we called it Grandma Camp. So we did crafts and puppets and all puzzles. You can do it all now. I much prefer seeing your faces. So if you'd like to find out any of that, I'm happy to share that. I'm also going to send to Max. Where's Max? Max, leave. Hello. Such a little fellow. All the patterns for these. Okay, and then you can make them on your own. And let's see, we have a minute. Does anyone have any questions? I will answer almost everything. Max.
What was the first puppet you ever made?
Well, she's actually living in LA. Yeah, she is. Mrs. Goose was my signature puppet. She and I used to go to hospitals because she would kind of go around the corner and she honks with a bicycle horn. So I didn't have to talk. The kids were much happier with that. So when Matt, my baby boy, actually he's my older son, moved here, he took Mrs. Goose. I made a new one. Mrs. Goose and her daughter, Mrs. Goose. Well, what are you going to do, right? Yes, ma'am. What happened to my Sarah? She grew.
No, your first puppet.
The puppet I showed you of Sarah? She wasn't my first. Mrs. Goose is my first. Sarah the puppet, oh, what does she look like today? She's about 4'10", shorter than me. She has only one earring because I stole the other one. Poor child. She has 2 children, one of whom is in college. Yay, cats, how did that happen? That's it. She's good. She does world-saving things. And on top of that, she works with me. Atticus.
Why is there such a big head for a cow?
It's better to see you with, my dear. Because if I had a milk carton that size, I couldn't fit it on the aeroplanes.
Why would just have a tiny
Oh, you can see the little stuff there, right there. Atticus, Atticus, I tell you, I expect so much things from you. Can you see that head? Can they see it all the way across the street and down the road? Yes. Do they care about this part? We don't want them to. But it's a good question. It's all about seeing. And the eyes are the most important of any puppet. Should I let you go home and have lunch? Yes. Not yet? I've got 10 minutes left. Okay, but I have to hand out stuff. It's okay. Let me tell you this. To be a puppeteer is a gift, because it helps me teach everybody. Kids who have trouble learning, adults who have trouble listening, and there are those. And they're fun, but I've used them in a variety of ways. So I'm going to take care of these. Do you guys have to go back to your rooms? No? Okay. Let me make sure. I have these other funky things, but. So I could use.
Let's do this in a way where we also say what we're grateful for, because Thanksgiving.
Oh, what a good idea. Did you hear that?
How do we start a prayer? Does anyone know how we start a prayer?
Yeah.
The second graders? Ba. Okay, great. So remember that. That's step 1. Step 2 is a question. What is a holiday that's coming up in about a week? It rhymes with Schmanksgiving.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thanksgiving.
Could be Franksgiving, too.
It could be Franksgiving. Yeah.
Especially if you have hot dogs.
Yeah. It's all about the hot dogs. Thanksgiving is coming in about a week, and when it's Thanksgiving, we say things that we are thankful for. And another way to do that is by saying
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
So we're all going to say that ourselves, and then I want to see you raising your hands and telling us what you're grateful for. And when you raise your hand and tell us what you're grateful for, then we can get a little puppet here, all right? So,
Bribery works
ready?
every time.
A 1, 2, 3. Perry, our pre-K class, what are we grateful for? Perry, what are you grateful for? Oh, your family and friends. I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna get one too. Anyone to your brother? Ainsley, what are you grateful for? Your mom and dad. That's so sweet. This is for you. What are you grateful for, Kaya? Your sister and your ducky. Good answer. For you. Again.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Marilyn, would you like?
I'm thankful for me and my family going out together and spending time together.
I am thankful for that, too.
Thank you. I'm thankful for pigs.
Just a minute, I have a pink one. I'll be back.
Family and friends.
Family and friends, family and friends. Your house, good. Keeps a roof over your head. Wonderful, fabulous. Oh, that's good. Ism. Are we thankful for anything?
I'm thankful for my family and friends
Great. Atticus?
For my life and my family.
Amen. Amen.
Shall we bless one more time for the classes? Ready? I'm thankful. What are you thankful for?
You could be thankful for a really good puppet show. Didn't work. Okay.
I'm thankful for my best friend. Do you have pink? Thank you. I'm also grateful for my best friend, Maya Catalina Luna, too. Can I have pink?
Are you thankful for pink?
Yes.
Pat. Great job. You take that one. World and dogs. Good. God. Dyslexic. Sorry. Thankful for God. God would appreciates that. Yes. Your friends and family. I can't throw these because I'm thinking they. Goodbye. Thank you for coming to school today. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We have any grateful adults? All right. Books. Bless you.
Thank you.
Many.
Thank you. I'm thankful for this place.
We don't want that one.
Oh, hot pink. Oh,
Hot pink.
Orange is good.
Orange is good. Orange is good. Hello.
What are you grateful
What are you grateful for?
Excuse me?
What are you grateful for?
Oh, I'm grateful for her.
Excellent. You know what? I think it answers for both of you. Are you grateful for him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
A little more enthusiasm, okay?
Grateful that you were here this weekend.
Bless your heart. I knew somebody would finally say, you don't want this one.
Why he has no ice?
I like it. Okay. I get to, I'll trade that up. Someone doesn't have to take it. You. I'll be back. Max, we have some adults.
What are we thankful for? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. What are we thankful for?
What are we thankful for? What? What indeed?
Don't forget, it's storytelling.
Oh, she doesn't like you to have no ice.
No, they stretch. You can stretch them.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Any finger works, the middle is best.
I am so thankful that you are here.
Me too.
Thank you.
Me too. And our conversation.
Yes.
I am thankful that you have him, and they do too.
I'm thankful that your brother was my very first loving rabbi and that he was the reason why we got Rabbi Mark.
It's a very serious looking group here. Are we thankful for anything?
Yes, we are thankful that you and Roger came and spent the week.
Yeah, me too.
So while these final eyeballs are being handed out,
Were you with him? Oops.
this is no. You don't have to. You're fine. You keep doing what you're doing back there. While these final eyeballs are being handed out, if you loved
You can cook
having
with
Marilyn here today and this amazing puppet show, can I hear a huge round of applause, please? So you know, a lot of the grown-ups here, especially the ones that are in the room, have been experiencing amazing things from Marilyn Price and her really brilliant husband, Roger,
Wait a minute. How come he's brilliant and I'm not?
because you are just magnificent.
All
period.
right. Good answer.
We've been experiencing her all weekend, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and this morning. And now it's time for us to say Toda Rabah and
all our
Lehitraot. But you know what's great? Is that we're not saying Shalom. We're saying Lehitraot. Because what's the difference between saying Shalom and Lehitraot? Does anyone know? What does Shalom mean? Goodbye. Exactly. What does lehitraot mean? Wait, I want to hear. Did I hear any of our students tell me? What did
Match your
lehitraot mean?
nails.
What do you think? Until we see you again. Until we see you again. And the great thing is that with Marilyn, we never have to say shalom. We can say lehitraot because she is a part of the Temple Bethel family and has been for a great many years, and she'll be back. Would you like to have her back? Yes, I would too. I would too. It always makes me very happy. And so we are going to bid lehitraot to Marilyn. For the grown-ups that are here, if you are interested in any of, in a copy of Marilyn's book of blessings or of Roger's book about science and Judaism, if we are out of them, I think we still have some of the blessing books, but if we are out of the books, we will make a list in the social hall. We'll make a list in the social hall of who wants to order them, and then I'll have Shoni get in contact with you and collect from you, and then we'll go ahead and order them and get them into the temple for you. Okay? So because I know that they had to fly a very long way from Chicago, and their arms get very tired, and carrying big heavy books makes them even more tired. Jody has a question. There is always time for a group photo on the bima. And then right after we have the group photo on the bima, we are going to bid all of our grown-ups farewell. Grown-ups, there's still food available in the social hall, and you're welcome to go and partake. And we're going to bid all of our children who are not in the youth and teen choirs farewell. And if you are in the youth and teen choirs, I'm going to invite you to stay over here on this side, and we're going to have a rehearsal. And you're going to get to find out what all your solos are for Hanukkah, because I have them all organized. Yeah. Super excited. Okay, so if I could have all of our students and our teachers and our director of education come up onto the bima, and Marilyn, if you can come up onto the bima with them, then we're going to get a picture of all of our students, our director of education, our rabbi, our cantor, our teachers, and the great and powerful Marilyn, so that we can take a group photo. We can have madrachim too. All the madrachoids. No, we got plenty of madrachim. Hey, get up here. Come on now. Aiden, you want to be in the picture too? Maya? No pictures? Please, no pictures. Okay. Get up there. Oh, God, you too? I think Rabbi's trying to be Atticus. All right, Aiden. Get up there for the photo. Are you getting the picture? Lena, come here. Come on. Please remember there is no Torah school this Thursday or next Sunday. No Torah school this Thursday or next Sunday. And youth and teen choirs right here in the front few rows. The rest of you, thank you. Lehitraot. Have a great Thanksgiving.